Welcome to the Double E Show. Bad strategy, horribly simulated. What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the Double E Show. It's Art of Murder, Cards of Destiny. In this week's episode, it's going to be a short one. We're going to do this interrogation, and we're going to figure out what's going on with why he followed us to the steamer. We're going to see what he knows, see what we can get out of him. Ready? Let's go.
So, are you going to cooperate with us?
Is it an interrogation?
I'd rather have an informal conversation.
Does that mean I can leave any time then?
We've detained you for obstructing the investigation. However, before we decide what to do, we want to talk about something much more important.
Namely?
We'd like to find out what you were doing yesterday in the swamps, not far from D'Italian, and on Monday afternoon near a movie theater in New York.
Yesterday's evening paper. Have a look.
That's from the power plant. I came out badly. What do we have here? Your name under the picture. We would also like to know what you were doing on Tuesday evening at a crime scene in an old power plant in New Jersey.
It's a free country. I can go where I want.
Sure thing. But how did you find out where it was supposed to happen? A good nose? Or maybe you visit a fortune teller?
Are we pals? Have we picked up girls together? Or maybe you given me some football tickets? No. Then why should I confide in you?
Because only an idiot gives up their last chance.
So he's the bad cop here.
It would be better if we made a deal.
You were also there, in the bar next to the movie theater.
That's right. Anything more about the email that made you go there?
The way I get information is my trade secret.
I can't hear anything.
Hearing problems? Let me repeat. My trade secret...
Can't hear anything about the First Amendment. We've got quite a big cemetery connected with it. You could give a talk about freedom of speech there.
Great. The FBI mocks the principles our country was founded upon.
You don't answer our questions, we have no choice. Nicole, I think it's time we started an official interrogation.
October 23rd, 2009, the local FBI office in Bronx. Agents Nicole Bonnet and Richard Perry are questioning Jack Rowling, a witness. Do you agree to us recording the conversation?
Why not?
What is your name, age, address, and occupation?
Jacob Somerset Rowling, 40 years old. I live in Jersey City, 203 Redmond Street.
Occupation?
Journalist.
Marital status?
Divorced.
We would like to know why you appeared at several crime scenes right before or right after the crimes were committed.
Fine. I got an email. Somebody mentioned that bar and told me to have an eye on a girl. He wrote it would be a bombshell.
Who was the sender?
Could be anybody. It surely wasn't his true email address. Besides, he hasn't written since then.
All right. We'll confiscate your computer anyway.
Why did you take this email seriously?
Why not? At least there was a bar address there.
Stop joking. You look for inspiration in spam?
Sure. FBI informants come in handy, too.
Your explanation isn't very credible.
If you don't want to edit the news all the time, you gotta leave the office from time to time.
Okay.
Then, on Monday, you came to a shady bar on the outskirts.
I wasn't convinced, but I went there. I admit I talked to the wrong girl. By the way, what message did you get from him?
You left the bar quite suddenly. Why was that?
I was bored with the situation. With the girl as well.
You missed a chance to give a first-hand account.
Hey, it's all your fault. You didn't want to talk to me.
You see, Nicole? You almost wrecked this journalist's career.
Where were you at 7 that evening?
At 7, somewhere on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Can anybody confirm that?
Maybe that kid in the sports car that gave me the finger.
If I were you, I wouldn't screw around in this situation.
And what's the situation?
You'll see in a moment.
Let's talk about the power plant. How did you get there?
The next day I read about the accident at the gate crossing, and I promised myself that I'd never again pass on a tip.
Did he call you?
Yeah, I realized that it was him right away.
What did he say?
He described the place. It was the power plant.
How did he start?
Without needless words, he gave me the address.
What time was it?
About 6 p.m.
Did he call you on your cell? Where were you?
I was coming back from work.
May I see your cell phone?
No.
No? Are you sure?
If charges are brought against you, your refusal may be treated as concealing evidence.
This is not only my cell, but also my tool. Names, messages, appointments. Information about people who would never have revealed it if they had known it would fall into your hands. There's a lot of info that you ain't gonna get without a guarantee of anonymity. You realize that?
You're scared we're gonna check who your snitch is in the town hall?
Somebody's life is at stake here.
I can only show you the entry connected with that call.
All right.
No. Our experts need to check everything.
No way.
Okay.
We're gonna have a warrant.
Great.
Getting close to a head-on crash with your judiciary.
You like hounds. Track down, seize, bite to death.
If you knew how difficult it was, how many managed to escape?
If anybody finds out I gave names out of my notebook to the cops, I'm finished. They won't even let me rewrite other people's texts at the office.
As you wish. The choice is yours. Just remember that somebody's going to end up in the electric chair, and I'm sure it's going to be the murderer. I just don't know who it is yet.
What time did you arrive at the power plant?
It must have taken about an hour, about 7.
Did you notice anybody outside?
No car, no people. I must have come from a different side than you did.
And then?
I thought I'd heard some noise from the other side of the building, so I walked around that way, along the dark corridors.
Go on.
Well, I saw you climb down the chain into the generator. I had this strange feeling I had just lost the picture of the year. I switched the camera on, leaned out from the balcony, and snapped. When you jumped to your feet, I decided it was time to scram.
It wasn't typical for a vulture preying at the crime scene. This is how perpetrators act.
A vulture?
I'm saying you behaved like a perpetrator.
What I did was right. I bet if my camera was taken, I'd have lost everything.
Then why didn't you publish the picture right away?
It was too late. I stopped by my place in order to calm down. I thought I'd have to talk to my boss first, and I did it first thing in the morning.
Did
Okay.
he offer a promotion?
He gave me a free hand and his support.
He's going to turn his back on you as soon as I ask if I can search your desk.
You don't understand what really counts.
Enlighten me.
The name. Under the picture in the article on the front page, exclusive rights. And nobody in tow. Nobody who after a couple of years might claim it was them who did the whole job.
Ah, so this is what you negotiated in the morning.
Okay.
Before we talk about Louisiana, shall we take the fingerprints?
I'll fetch the form.
I don't agree.
What?
I don't want you taking my fingerprints.
Freedom of press can't guarantee you that. You're fighting a losing battle.
We're gonna have to charge you.
Yeah, I bet you've already fixed it with the judge.
Why not?
Listen, there is no need to do it as long as you cooperate with us, but no judge is gonna plead your cause.
Talk to your lawyer. He'll tell you the same thing.
I'd like a drink. Could I get a cola?
Okay, I'll fetch a can, and you think it over.
Okay. Answer it.
After a long and arduous effort, I managed to recover a fingerprint from the device which immobilized that car.
Wang, you rule!
Tell it to the boss.
I sure will. So, where should I look?
Next to the secretary's office.
I meant the fingerprint.
It's in Big Brother.
I owe you.
Right on. Big Brother must be the computer system. All right.
What is it?
He's playing with us, trying to drag us to tabloid hell.
He's provoking us. Wants us to arrest him. That's incredible.
He's gonna regret it. We have to charge him, not with obstructing the investigation, but with murder. We've got to secure the evidence, get his cell, search his apartment and desk at work.
You think it's him?
That's very probable.
Well, there's still the security guard, Benson. This series seems to be revolving around him.
But in an absurd way. Besides, he's got a cast-iron alibi for Carter's murder.
Anyway, we can't let the journalist keep the evidence in this case. Who knows what pictures he's managed to take so far? I've got a feeling that once we arrest him, we'll find ourselves in the Storm Center.
That's what his game is about. There has to be a lot of commotion because he wants to make a name for himself. These days, if you want to attract attention for a longer period of time, it's not enough to write about a murder. You have to write it from the first-person perspective.
He wouldn't behave like that if he was the murderer.
Quite the opposite. He gives accounts of the crimes, and he's going to add the description of the arrest and the trial. Many serial killers want fame so much, they're willing to risk exposure.
No, it's absurd. The journalist isn't mentally unstable.
Who knows? Maybe he simply believes he's left no traces?
I'm not in favor of arresting him, and we have no other proof besides the fact that he follows the crimes.
Even if it's not him, he's still carrying out the killer's plan. He goes where the murderer points him to and then makes him famous. I think he's at least an accomplice.
In a way, we're accomplices too.
You know what? Maybe he's so sure of himself because the killers let him know there's going to be another murder soon. The journalist will go through arrest, humiliation, and then, when we discover the next victim, he will triumph and slam us in his paper.
I don't know if we aren't getting paranoid.
I've got an idea. His fingerprints are going to be on the can. Check them and I'll try to wring the truth out of him. There are things to ask him. We haven't talked about Louisiana yet.
Right?
If none of it does any good, we'll charge him with the last 2 murders.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Good luck.
A little slow with the text progression. Let's get a soda from the drinks machine. Right on. Kind of soda
I
did
got
it
to
again.
like this drink, though I winced at first.
City Cola with lime flavor, reduced sugar, 0.33 liters. I don't know how much that is. 0.33 liters. Oh, and we can recycle. Cool. All right. Anyways, all right. Let's go back in the interrogation room. Okay.
Here it is.
Oh, it's a small can. Okay.
Thank you.
Have you thought it over?
I haven't changed my mind.
Okay.
You know what? I'll clean up here. Take the can to a recycling bin, and you think about it some more. But that's your last chance.
As you wish, but it won't change a thing.
Right on. Okay. So, now we have that with prints. So, let's go out to the main hall. Now we should go to the lab. Yeah, we should go to the lab for sure. Secretary, laboratory. Okay. Okay.
Hi, Wang.
You're not on vacation?
Stop fooling around.
Ask Ruth to make you a badge. 1 capitalized word.
Hey, you mean the word?
Don't say it out loud. The FBI taps everybody.
Yep. Okay.
Can you take the fingerprint from this can?
Unsecured? What is it?
A trick. This guy didn't want to cooperate.
You won't get far with it.
Sure thing. We just need to know if we should keep him here or not. At the moment, it's 50-50.
So the fingerprint decides. Okay, I'll take it and send it to the database.
Put it in the cardman's file. There are also my fingerprints at the bottom. Leave them out.
Okay.
Bye, Wang.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, I'm getting a call. Answer it.
Nicole, where are you?
In the lab.
Your father called. He couldn't reach you.
Thanks. I'll call him in a minute.
Okay.
If I want to make a phone call, I need to leave the lab. I shouldn't bother weighing with my private affairs.
Okay. Go to the mezzanine.
Dad, what's wrong?
Mom's in the hospital.
What happened?
She's had a stroke. It's diabetes. She's in a coma.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
What did the doctors say?
They're giving her the thrombolytic drugs. Dr. Johansson says she's stable. Everything's under control.
When is she going to awake?
I don't know that. Are you coming?
Yes, Dad, but I won't make it today. Tomorrow, all right?
You know she hasn't been taking care of her health recently.
Dad, it's gonna be fine.
I know that. Bye, sweetie. I see you soon.
Are you okay?
Oui, yeah. The Owens are helping me.
Bye. Take care.
That's sad.
My mother never took care of her health. I need to be there for Dad, but I can't do it today. I'll go there first thing in the morning.
There you go. All right. Back into the lab here.
What about the fingerprints?
I added them to the database.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right on.
I need access to Big Brother.
He's all yours. Just don't pester me anymore. I've got some work I need to focus on.
Bye, Wang.
Bye.
Okay, so database. Yep, database. Come on, over here. Right on.
I should compare the fingerprint found by Wang with the fingerprint of the journalist.
All right. Okay, so let's do that. And then we come over here. It always wants me to hit the enter key. Right, press enter. Access granted. Okay. So now we need to... okay. Okay, use the database. So, fingerprint from car wreck device. Wait a minute. Put that over here. And search database.
UAFD07 database access denied.
Interesting. Yeah, that's there. Okay. Let's okay. Anything? He's got like the scar of an R in there. Like so? Can't really tell, but we're gonna figure it out. The compared objects do not match.
The fragment I found doesn't match the original from the database.
Okay. So, if we rotate, see, I see this, but I don't think it actually fits, right? Because the direction of the prints are kind of odd. Right? Now it doesn't go like so. Alright. How about this way? No. This way? Oh, wait a minute. How about there? Is that pretty close? Interesting. Let's see if I can figure this out.
It doesn't match.
Okay, so where that doesn't match, if I remove that, just do the search, right? We get this.
UAFDO7 database access denied.
Right. Okay. So now, if I back out of there, Jack of Hearts, token ticket, box wrapping. Okay. So, let's back out here, right? And talk to Wang real quick. See if he knows what that result is.
They're not the same. It's not a match.
What are you talking about?
I compared the fingerprints from the can with the ones from the chip. They belong to different people.
Well, at least you know that.
The new fingerprints can't be matched with anybody. There's no such record in the database.
Maybe you should check the military database.
I don't have full access.
Right.
I don't have full access to the database.
Go complain to the boss.
Bye, Wang.
Bye.
Okay. All right, come on. All right, let's head out to the mezzanine. My room. Yeah. All right, so.
Is the boss in? I need to talk to him.
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Is your father all right? He sounded so nervous.
Yes, I mean, no. My mom's diabetic. She's in a coma.
Well, that's serious.
She's in the hospital. They'll take care of her.
You've got to be really careful with diabetes.
Mom was never careful. She thought she was indestructible.
Think positive and be strong.
I am. Bye, Ruth.
Yep.
Take care, Nikki.
Okay, so let's go into boss's office. I need military access.
Boss, I need access to the UAFDO7 database.
UAFD? Why do you need it?
Wang's identified a fingerprint that may belong to the card man, but access is denied.
Well, nobody here has it, but wait a minute. Alan? Hey, it's Jeff Kurtz speaking. Bingo. You're blocking access to the UAFD? Exactly. That's what I needed. Thanks. Sure, golf is fine. Bye-bye. Okay, access granted.
Thanks, boss.
I want results, understand?
Right on. Well, that was a lot less painful than I thought it would be. Okay. Back to the lab. Back to the database. Log back in. Enter. Access granted. Okay. Now, we're back in here. Oops. Put that over here. And search. 10 records with common features found. Okay. But I want the one. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's that. The objects match. Now I knew it was that. Okay. Paul Reed, 1969, captain.
His name's Paul Reed.
Okay. Right on. Okay. Okay. Okay.
His name's Paul Reed.
You're talking about the fingerprint I discovered?
Yes. Bye, Wang.
Bye.
Okay. Just had to share that. Okay. Okay, come on. Back up to mezzanine. Just the boss.
What about the journalist?
He's free. He didn't want to reveal the conversations from his cell, and he didn't give us his fingerprints, but he's free.
A stubborn hack. But why are you letting him go?
We found a fingerprint on the chip that the murderer put in Carter's car.
Have you checked who it belongs to?
Yes, to a certain Paul Reed.
That's a pity we won't burn him on the electric chair. Now the newspapers are gonna pull us apart, Nicole.
Maybe we'll get back to him.
I doubt it. I'll try to make you the bad guy in the eyes of the press, not me.
Okay.
Paul Reed was a scientist working in a Maine military base on a project called the Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts.
You know something about it, boss?
It's top secret. Better forget about it.
But that name, like from a card deck.
And Maine. Sounds promising.
Okay.
Too bad about the writer. He would have told us about the card man. Well, at least your hypothesis was confirmed.
You mean the fact that he was a juror?
Yeah, but under a different name. Blake was his pen name. By the way, my 15-year-old daughter reads his books.
She likes them?
Yeah, and I can't tell her you've messed up. She's gonna blame me.
What about the other people in danger? Are they protected?
Most have been tracked and are safe. I don't know about the judge. I guess his name's Woolsey. Ask Ruth about the details.
Okay.
I'll be getting back to work then.
All right, don't waste your time.
Okay. So, yeah, we're going to call it an episode there. We're going to ask her about the Judge Woolsey, and we'll progress from there. So, if you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions, tips, tricks, no spoilers, put them in the comments below, because I will read them. And with that, I will catch you next Monday for another episode of Art of Murder, Cards of Destiny. Peace. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, check out the playlist above, or watch what YouTube tells you to on the right. Oh yeah, and subscribe.